Welcome to Oldsmob 455. Gonna do some work on the TA today. You'll notice the hood is off. So I did like this heinous burnout, and then it was cool, but then on the way home, all of a sudden I heard like a little knock developing, and it seems like it's been getting louder. So I'm really confident that this motor's coming out. Hopefully it's not hurt too bad, and hopefully I didn't damage the block at all. I don't think I did, but we'll see what we got. I did just get a new geared head engine stand. It'll be interesting using this. Hopefully it's a lot nicer than trying to muscle that engine over on that old engine stand I had. Before I start ripping it out, I'm gonna start it up so you can have a listen to it. I want to run it really at a minimum because I don't want to damage, like say the crank or something like that if it's a bearing issue. That's all you're gonna get out of me as far as engine knock. I think it's a bottom end issue. It's hard to tell. I mean, it sounds like it's at engine speed. Do an oil sample on it, see how that looks. Nothing obvious on the valve train. It's all still together. The car still ran good, that's why I wasn't thinking it was the valve train. I'll probably proceed with pulling it out and then keep probing until we find the issue. In just like a couple hours, probably not even, I got everything unbolted, ready to pull this engine. Got the engine hoist set up. These are all the bolts to undo it. Really not too much. This was a hook in the end of my engine hoist. It never swiveled, it only goes so far. I got this here swivel hook. Forged USA. So I'm just gonna open up this hole a little bit, stick that in there. I don't think I'm gonna really lose much height. Maybe like a 1/4 inch or something like that. I had to bring this way over to get this centered in there. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a piece of metal and I'm just gonna put an end cap on here to make the end of this tube good and strong. There that is. Good enough. I think I got everything unbolted here. I got a jack, the board, or the trans. I'm trying to do this with leaving the radiator in. I think maybe I'll probably get a board or something to put in front here. And my chain's kind of flimsy. It's the only one I got that fits. I'm gonna get a better chain at the hardware store after this pulls. Hopefully it does one more. And I'll turn the camera on this and we'll see what happens. I had to jig around with this for a little bit to try to get it in the center. The swivel has allowed me to rotate it where that leg is not on top of the hoist. I'm gonna try to gently set it down, see what happens. Before I would have to pull the hoist out from underneath the other engine stand. Oh, there it is, the full weight on the China engine stand. I'm always ranking on Chinese products, but the reality is I bought this engine hoist like 30 years ago. I think I'm on my 3rd, maybe even 4th Ram, but it's really worked flawlessly. Let's see how this crank works. You know, people are complaining about a lot of backlash. Seems pretty tight to me. Oh, there's a little. Now to dissect this thing. The fault is revealed here. That number 2 skirt busted off that piston. Should look more like that. There it is. So it's rocking around in there and making a bunch of noise. I've pretty much decided I'm not going to put this motor back in the car, at least for now, because it's the original motor, intake to pan. I like having fun with these cars. I stand on them some, and I don't want to wreck this block. I'm going to find a different block to put in here. I have a couple options. I don't know if we'll be able to see it, but I think I'll roll this motor over and we'll see if that cylinder wall is scored up. And it's pretty tough to see in there, but surprisingly, it really doesn't look bad. I think I could probably replace that one piston, rearing and bearing it. But like I said, I'm gonna get something a little different for this car. The bottom of that piston just got beat from those particles rolling around in there. This piston here doesn't match the others either. So one piston was already replaced in this motor at some point. I'm gonna take all the components off this motor I want to reuse on the next motor, and then prep this motor for storage. Put that junk timing cover back on this for storage. Timing chain is still pretty tight. This intake's day coded L182, so I think that was December 18th, 1972. Heads match up. So believed to be a very original piece. The partial VIN that matches the car is right down there. And there it is, ready for storage. I shot some oil in the cylinders, put the plugs back in. This will probably be the last time you see this engine. I'm stuffing it in with my engine collection. I don't know if I've ever shown that on my channel, but I might show that one day. I'll put a card on it, what's wrong with it, and date it, say what car it's for. So if anything ever happens, hopefully the engine stays with the car. There's gonna be some more in this, maybe a lot more. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.